Hi, my name's Ian Cooke, HSS Area Lead for EEF. Today I'm going to talk to you about the management standards and how they align together with Annex SL. The higher level structure allows senior leaders and businesses to manage those standards efficiently at the top level. We'll look today at a few key parts of those standards, and I'll try and give you some top tips for how to implement and manage those going forward. Okay, so the context of the organisation. This is the starting point for all businesses. Here, the business looks at the internal and external factors, the risks that could affect its performance. Examples include forklift truck manufacturers that might not have considered driverless vehicles, taxi drivers on the same tone, and those other technological advances that can affect the risk of a business. The top tips here are, once the leadership have taken the time to assess those risks, they make sure they communicate them down to the workforce and down through the various departments, so people understand why the company is going on this journey. And another top tip here is for auditors that go into businesses. They'll look to see, has the business managed those risks? How have they controlled them, and how are they moving forward with them? So leadership. Leadership is the drive and direction given to an organisation by individuals. In the new high-level structure, leadership is used more than management, and it talks about leadership in terms of having a long-range view. Leaders will need to contribute to the risk assessment process and the risk analysis, making sure their views are heard. And as they have a strategic view, they should be able to contribute well to those discussions. The top tips here are to take the time to understand the key drivers, to really understand what makes the business tick, and those risks that come out of the processes within the business. They need to understand how they align themselves so that they don't make decisions that might adversely affect that organisation. And another top tip, the standard requires 15 clauses on leadership involvement. They need to show that visible involvement. That could be walking around the shop floor, talking to people, gaining feedback, and then using that feedback to contribute to further planning and review. So risk and opportunity within the high-level structure, it's treated across all standards the same. But here, opportunity is often new, and for particular safety practitioners, they may not have seen the opportunity before. This allows the company to look and address improvements within their overall management system, opportunities to eliminate risk, reduce risk further, and how to maybe adapt work to new workers, and also make those same improvements across the board. Those opportunities will need to be recorded and really is better known as continuous improvement. The top tips here would be to make sure your risks are prioritised, to make sure those actions and controls are clearly described and allocated to people within the business to ensure they're closed. Another top tip is to ensure that each of these risks can be aligned into one central document, as the high-level structure allows now that each standard be combined. So, documented information. This is where ISO wanted to create a simplified procedure to how organisations manage their system. They don't want to see large paper trails, lots of bureaucracy. If an organisation can simplify their procedures into a step-by-step process, similar to that of a company that might manufacture flat pack furniture, simple 1 to 6 steps using images, graphics, photographs, or even a master sample which shows you this is what good does look like. If they can utilise those types of resources, they don't need to have detailed documents. The top tips here would be to make sure the work is trialled before you write your procedures. To do it once and get it wrong can mean it stays wrong for a long time, so trial any work. And the other top tip is to use pictures. Pictures speak 1,000 words. Thank you for listening today to the top tips regarding the high-level structure and the new management standards. If you'd like EEF to help further with any of these, from a gap analysis, auditing or training, please feel free to get into touch. Our contact details are below in the box. Thank you again.